Look at you. You're just wandering around the world on your bike, working yourself into a frenzy, man.
Yo, this is what's going on.
What's going on, my brother? Catch your breath.
Yeah.
You okay? I love you, man.
I'm in big trouble. I've been behind the doctor's office for about like 8 days. I can't take it no more. Mosquitoes killing me. Man.
I hear you, brother. Seems like sometimes we're all dying slowly, man.
No, it's not that. We put our stuff in storage, but we don't got nowhere to go until we get our checks. We only got $20 now. So I'm saying we get food stamps next week. And it's been raining.
The hell just never stops.
So I only last week, so I said, keep put us up for a couple days, we'll pay them. Just me and her. She's old.
Yeah.
She's 58. I turned 60. She's old.
Right.
We've been together for 14 years.
How long are a couple of days? 2 days?
No, maybe about a week. Because a week we'll get our food stamps on the 15th. We're going to sell those. We can pay you or whatever, and then I'm going to get some money next week too.
Right.
Yeah. And she's old. I can't. And I feel so sorry for her. Man.
I feel sorry for everybody. I feel sorry for me too. And I feel sorry for you and the hell that everyone puts themselves through. I feel sorry for the multimillionaires who are so locked into this system they can't even get out of it.
We try to sit in the store as long as we can, but 9 o'clock they shut it, and then the timer goes on.
Yeah.
One person has to work for me today, but then he told me he forgot he had to take his wife to the doctor, so he said come in the morning at 8:30. I'm tired as hell, man. Tired. You just don't know how tired I am.
I'm just trying to think how I can do this.
All we want to do is just lay down. We don't need no TV, nothing. I'm just tired.
Yeah.
Man. We can go out. We won't be in your way. She can sit outside, walk around. She got her bike. That's the only thing we got is bicycles. She got her bike. Her bike is like a $200-some bike, a Miss Kitty. She got a lot for it.
You know, myself, I have no money right now. I can't get anything done, and I'm actually.
The only thing I got is $20. You just gonna have that.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. We're in this hell together. Yeah, you could stay here, man, for a week. That's fine. Okay. Just help me out too.
Yeah, I help you out. Anything you want, bro.
We'll just work together like a family, like how humanity should be.
Gotta come back, she.
Yeah. But don't screw me over, man. I've been screwed over too many times.
No.
You know, leaving a week.
You're the only friend I got.
I love you, brother.
You're the only friend I got.
We have enough shitheads. We don't need more of those.
That's right. Yeah, she's you see her. She's a little lady.
Yeah, man. We can't leave her on the streets. Of course we can. People do it all the time. But we can't. No, we can't.
She's just sitting up in the library now. Down there holding.
All right, go get her. Bring her home. We're going to be here for a week. All right, that's fine. Take your time, man. We'll figure it out together. We always do. And you know what, man? I'm glad you came to me. It's okay. Just realize. Because let's say, I don't think you'll change on me, Al. But damn, I didn't think anyone would change on me. You know why? Because it's hell out there and it's scary. Yeah. And so somebody that get cushiony in a situation.
I'm the most trustworthy person in the world.
You are. You are, man. And I trust you to the bone. I trust myself to the bone. I'd make myself sign a damn contract.
I'll give you my ID.
It's just because it's too damn hard out there.
It's just like this shit.
It's fine. Take your time. I'm not saying right now. I already told you, yeah.
Okay.
I love you, brother.
I gotta go.
All right, be safe. And I don't have extra keys for the door and stuff, but I'm always home. Yeah.
We inside, we just going to sleep.
Okay. All right. I'm an honest broker of truth, and I always listen to Perpetual Reason. Right now, we are in trying, critical, and distressing times. Everything from ill-related deaths to violence-related deaths And human suffering can be greatly diminished, and life while alive can be greatly improved by simply giving value and purpose to each American. We know how grave our times are when untold millions are dying each year due to greedy people stuck in times long past and increasingly are responsible for a future not worthy of living. 40,000 deaths according to the New York Times, and that's by guns. And then opioids, you have even more. It literally starts with our greed, folks. It's so evil and so wrong. And when we say it's okay, even above humanity, even in this year, 2019, when so much is possible, it's just unconscionable. When life is so easily possible and preferred and more urgently required now than ever before. It's been caused by our current leadership. Let us not get so focused on revenge either. It's pointless. And virtually everybody are victims, and our only hope is to rebuild from the ashes a new life worthy of living, or die in the hell that we've created. For those of you who think that this is your only life, you of all people should want to make this the best you can be, so you should go with your happy healer, because that's exactly what we are going to do. Drug overdoses killed more than 72,000 people in the United States last year, and it's a deadly opioid epidemic. 72,287 people died just in 2017. Which is an increase in 10% from the year before. It's so problematic and scary to the human condition, yet one that gets right to the core of our human mission. With numbers these bad, it tells us several things. We have to make incremental changes, and that we have to stay consistent, and quite frankly, to ignore is the definition of insanity. And to recognize, and then yet to apply the wrong fix is even worse, because it's false hope in place of real hope, instead of giving proof to real hope and a reason to atone, which proves positive. The need and the essential change is long overdue. It must be made available to the American people so that they can become made aware, because no one else is much talking about these grave times that which we speak here. We need a world worth living in. For the death that we see and the real life suffering, untold death, so much untold misery, the lack of health coverage, humanity, all humanity needs a safety net. They need a free, high quality and technologically advanced medical and income for all, and education for all, that inspires millions to live out the purpose of life and the human journey. We sail on into the future in our times with a new sense of hope and purpose, and we inspire a nation to hope and greatness. Why is this needed? Have you also noticed the increasing number of new tragedies that are unique to our time, yet so many are blind to these alarming statistics that just continuously rise each year? We have to be better at this game called life. The numbers are right there, and if you clear your mind, and if you set a healthy mindset, it's easy to see so, and to change to be otherwise, and yet to not even notice. And that's the time we live in, the time of death. All of these things matter, and getting used to these consequences are just not the way Americans need to be living. We're getting away from the way we need to be. We have to connect the dots. It's always greed, folks. We're corrupted by it. People, a pure soul can be corrupted by seeing the seriousness of our times, the greed. You gotta have the purpose and value and the truth, justice, and the American way to pull you out of that. It's gotta be love, and it's gotta be given by an honest broker of truth, and it's gotta be teaching that loves never ends. That's why your happy healer is running for president, and that's what you have to compare the other candidates against. And unless you have done that, you have not been fair to our freedoms, our lives, and our future, let alone our country and our land. We have one future and one life. We better take care of it, or we will all pay that price. Future confessions in a past not met, or any other kinds of I told you so's, are cheap and only serve for an educational purpose, and often are way too late. And besides, I hate saying that anyway. We need to get to the work now and improve lives in real, measurable ways, accountable to the grave challenges rising all around us, yet not being dealt with. It's unfathomable. He said, let's roll. And that was capable of defeating the real threats then. We have to do it now too. If one can marry strong essential leadership characteristics coupled with a strong sense of faith in our future, answering to the true cause of human suffering and what's really holding us back, and if any of this is ever to have a shot of actually doing some good for the American people and solving problems, then we are going to need a leader that is strong, that's wise, intelligent, with a diverse perspective, ranging with a creative perspective of relatable Americans. I meet those in so many ways. I have such a diverse background, and that story will be unfolding more as this campaign progresses. And I've said it in the past. We have lots to go over, that's for sure. Not often does a candidate is seemingly built for the times to emerge to run, but yet I have so many factors that point to my run that this is the right thing for me to be doing in my life, and so therefore I really feel like I am living my fate in the moment, and that is serving a greater call than self-serving in these greatest times. And should we fail now, I know that truth because I have seen the truth so clearly. It's almost like I've seen it already. And we start teaching young, we never stop. And we provide for each other a $5,000 monthly allowance for a family of 4 and a head of households to get $2,500 per month stipend. We have to start with the most vulnerable first. After it's complete, then the entire population will be on this program, or will be benefiting in it in too numerous ways not to consider it. It'll change society and say life matters in a way that we have gifted back in our time to humanity the best, and gives to the most affected first. Those who are homeless and without jobs and underemployed or otherwise working thankless jobs. Doing so would be an immediate raise for those left working. And living conditions for everyone improve on day one and only get better as we go about the tough work and building our new society, a better one that puts humanity first, above capitalism. We must make folks realize this is happening to benefit the human cause, which is suffering, and that this is the solution that we all seek and need, that we now found in the Happy Healer for President. That's why I tell you, vote Landy for Democrat. You have to get a true sense and purpose of human value, and you have to realize that professionals in various fields of studies, including doctors and scientists, have agreed that such an approach would allow perceived growth in difficult times, and it confronts evil and greed, making the possibility of unity in America but a guarantee. It's the only logical choice because it's the only way to get unified, and it's the only possible way Lady Liberty will ever see unity again, perhaps, before our what seems to be inevitable downfall, because unity is a required ingredient for every state to succeed. I say we have to usher in the great new technological age, where new technologies are taking over industry and robotics. Instead of putting people in factories, we can provide people their time back so they could work on humanity. Oh, yes, we can. That's why I'm running. I have the faith I have the answers. It will set us free, and it is so simple. I will peel back that onion more and more in this campaign, and with it, a better understanding and a deeper appreciation of the task of our candidacy, but also our confidence in the answers that are best suitable for our times that just keeps rising. Let the best ideas win for America and for our lives. I am assured to open my heart in ways and show you who I am to my core, so that you can support your people's candidate for President of the United States precisely for the right reasons. Because there is only one truth and only one candidate speaking to that truth. And so therefore, there is only one candidate so unrealistically and uniquely qualified and about it in so many reasons too numerous to count. This will help save the environment when we get people off the roads, and when we get people an income for all, we give them back their time, and indeed it'll become a necessity to work on our humanity then and therefore. And we must get to work fast, folks, when we deal with the greed in our lives, which we have been making a main staple in this program lately, because we have to work on and fix our greed, and there is no better time than the present to do that in this show, which is measurable by our ability to take care of humanity in America. Acknowledge our shortcomings and limitations. Many people are dying in the streets without a place to live, and with their sustenance not met, with their body and health, and the very nature of time becoming less, and it's extinguished every day just like that. And it's persistent and commonplace. There are so many uninsured, like myself, who day in and day out are watching and seeing as though there is nothing they can do about it. And if they just had help, they can continue serving their God-given purpose and talent, their fate serving humanity. I want to change the life in humanity, and that's where I'm at. And there is no greater qualified candidate than your Happy Healer for President. We must now take a pledge. Show your support by signing up for the newsletter and create an account on the page and start donating. Get as many people as you can involved, and I'll be working each day for a future that we can all be proud of. I believe in my candidacy, and I believe I have this in the bag. And quite frankly, of all who are running and the president himself, nobody can offer us what we need, and that's why they are all disqualified. Teleportation, it already exists. It's not just theory, it's now fundamental science. And the Chinese are doing it, and they're working on quantum computing, which itself is, with artificial intelligence, a new industry. It's so powerful and strong, it'll bring a new industry. That science refers to as the singularity, which is no less a theory than any other probable theory. Well, getting smarter and smarter while America possesses the capacity to outdo them all, is slowly moving like molasses in an area of national security while China is moving so fast and so rapid it's putting out 5G and electrical buses while we're pulling people out of their homes and into factories when robots could be doing that work and we could be better for it. They should be home and pursuing purpose that gives value to their human being. This adds value to the very human soul. And in so many ways, that alone has a monetary value. Humanity working for humanity and out of love is very powerful. And when you show you care, it opens the door for solving serious issues. However, one must be very pragmatic and have a clear sense. I do. And that is why I am most qualified to be your next president. Vote for your HappyHealer Keith Langley for President of the United States of America. And I will take great care of all of our families. My name is Keith Langley for President of the United States. Get involved. Do your part. Let's not have a reason to be sorry. Let's have a reason to be grateful. God bless you. God bless your families too. And may God bless these United States of America. Good night.